to the cloud. All right, I heard that. Okay, guys, welcome to the August 2nd Team Onward call. This is learn and earn is what we hope. What I'm hoping with all of this, oh, Rebecca, you were the 915 number. Okay, girlfriend, yay. Okay, thank you for that. I wanted to make sure I had everything down here. Now that your name is up, we are good to go. Andrew says we were allowed to take our masks off at work, then a week later we had to put them back on. I know, they just tease you, Andrew. That's what it is. They just tease you like that. Oh my goodness. So okay, so wondering how are things going on in your business? Does anybody wish to share? Some of you in campaign 16 had actually very good campaigns. Some of you feel like you're not doing as well as you were. Some people feel like it's the normal. And what I'm going to tell you is a lot of you don't know, we are in the midst of summer. And summer in direct sales, no matter where you're at in direct sales, always tends not to be as good as it normally is. People are going away, or the kids are getting ready to do school one way or another. So people are kind of in that. And I always do that according to the campaigns. We see things get slow between campaigns 15 and normally 19. When campaign 20 starts rolling around, you start to see an uptick. Okay, so what are you all seeing? You can chat, you can put it in the chat, you can unmute yourself if you want to. Are any of you seeing this one way or another, what business looks like for you? Adriana, what about you?
I have new customers, but nobody's actually placing orders.
Okay.
So I'm at least getting the emails and stuff out.
Okay,
but,
good.
I'm doing a fundraiser right now for my sugar gliders vet bill because I had to rehome them, and then when I got them back, because she didn't have time for them anymore, one of my gliders' foot was cut off. So.
Oh my goodness, it's not cool.
Yeah, she's going to the vet tomorrow, and so that's how I got a few new customers because of that. But
okay, that's good. Look, having them and at least knowing that whether they've bought or not, you have more customers to try to interact with. That is a really good thing. Andrew says after feeling, Andrew was having a hard time there. I saw him doing some posting in the groups, and he said after really feeling depressed, my business acted like it just got a triple espresso latte. That's good, Andrew. I like that. And yeah, he was. Andrew knew I was having a rough time too. He was so funny. He like sent back, I hope this makes you happy, look. And when I saw his numbers, I was like, oh my gosh, that is great. So that was really good. Jennifer says she was killing it with sales in campaign 14 or 15, not so much right now. That's okay. That is really what is norm right now. I hate to say it. Denise, how about you, girl? What's going on with you?
Actually, I'm getting feedback. Hang on a second.
That's okay.
So my sales went up this time.
Okay.
And I actually woke up and had a couple sales from people I didn't even know.
That's great.
I was excited about that.
Now, Denise, let me ask you, when you get orders from people like that, do you reach out and say, hey, how did you find me?
So far, I went ahead and sent them an email and thanking them for their order and asking them if it was okay if I reached out and sent them some samples. I'm waiting for a message back, and then once I start a conversation with them, I'm gonna see if I can find out how they found me.
That's great though. That's great. I love what you're doing, the whole reaching out. Would love to send you some samples. Like you said, you're trying to build that little bit of a connection there. Yeah. The reason I say ask, a lot of times it's just because they find somebody in their area, but that's weird when it's not in your area and it comes from a whole different state or something.
Right. One of these people were from Wisconsin.
That's what I mean. So, and it very well could be that they were directed from Avon. Maybe you were in the, the spinner thing and they
Mhm.
picked you. Who knows why they pick you? But it's always good to find out, because what if it just happens to be that they ask somebody, and whether they live in a different state or not, and somebody turned them on to you or something, it's always good then to reach out to that person who turned them on to you, so that you can be like, hey, here's an antibacterial, lotion or whatever. Thank you so much. Where you can
Right,
do
yeah.
that, and to know. But that is good to hear that people are, that you're getting some people that you're like, I don't know. And I haven't run into that this campaign, but for 3 campaigns, and I think for me it was 12, 13, and 14, like I was getting people left and right, and they were coming from all over California, Pennsylvania, this one, that place, and I didn't know. And what was weird is, and I know this doesn't happen for everybody, but 2 of them said that it was on the Nextdoor app. Now I have a group, and I created a group on the Nextdoor app, and I do, just like right now with Bug Guard. Hey, I have some Bug Guard in, blah, blah, blah. Now, I did not know that on Nextdoor that sometimes those posts don't just stay in your area. Like I'm like, oh, well, I thought it was just like the zip codes around me. But when I started looking at some of the posts on Nextdoor, some of them were like pretty pictures or whatever. They were like from California. They were like from Hawaii. And I was like, I didn't know that we could do that. So they said that they just saw the picture of the Skin So Soft and they clicked on it. And of course I had my site on there, beautywithmolly.com. So they went right to it. So and a lot of times if somebody's in a group and they'll say, does anybody know an Avon rep? And if somebody knows that you're selling it, they'll say, oh yeah, contact this person, look for her. Or if they already know your e-store address, they'll put that on there. But it's good to reach out to the people who might have turned them on to you. And if it's Avon, it doesn't matter. Either way you go, build that relationship. So that's really good. I just got done sending out with all these lip balms I have. I've been sending out lip balms in sets of 5, because there's 5 different ones that they send me with, of course, my postcard. And on the back of the postcard, it says, thank you for your Avon order on the front. But then it says, I just write on there, thank you for choosing me. Here's a free gift for you. And I'll put a sample in there, because it doesn't cost me much to send that. I can send it first class. And especially if it's like samples and stuff probably like do it even more. So great job. No matter how it's happening, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That's a good thing. Does anybody else have any? Andrew, yeah, you're doing the whole lip balm thing in there, dude.
These are the ones you sent me, by the way.
Are they really? Okay,
Yeah.
good. I got more to give away. I'm gonna tell you right now. It used to be I could only wallpaper my office with the lip balms. Now I can do my living room in my office. Okay, there's a lot of lip balms in this house. Just saying, there are a lot. Okay. Alex, you were saying when we were talking that you're just trying to get things back up and running. Are you seeing any activity with trying to do this again now, or do you feel like it's still just kind of flatlined for you?
I think with the customers that I have, thankfully, they are definitely reordering for me. So I'm kind of sitting at my same normal orders, but as far as getting new customers, it's been way more challenging now with the numbers going up.
Right.
I always carry a brochure with me. I even try to have it sticking out of my purse, so if someone sees it and I'm walking, I keep it wrapped in the plastics, so
Very
they
smart.
can see that it's also safe. But when I offer, I'm getting that rejected of no, and like if I
They
go to
don't
like
want to touch anything, and they want to, yeah,
want
you're still going to get that. Yeah, I get it. That's good though, because you've still got your people that are with you, which are good. And it may not be as much as you want it to be, but that's a good thing. Jennifer says new customers are actually finding her on her business page. I will tell you from listening to Scott Kramer the other day, I'm still part of his group thing. He said that the business pages are still a great thing, that now Facebook is doing some different things so that the algorithms are not just going to the people, of course, who have the most people or the most whatever. So don't give up on your business pages. And if you don't have one, maybe get one. How many of you have, do you have like a VIP group for your customers? Does anybody have that? Denise, you do. Laura, you do. I know Janae does too. Let me see. Yeah, Laura says, I just wish I had the time. Yeah, Laura, that's a hard one because you're, as much as you're trying to work your business into your life, when you want to dedicate like X amount of time to the business, sometimes it's not possible. So you still have to, for you in your position, you still have to think, what can I do to put it into my current life? It's the same thing with Alex. Alex, I say all the time, she's so involved with her kids. She's always trying to take care of everybody, working, whatever it is. She's trying to be prepared. She has what she needs to be prepared. Now she's just waiting for the person to say yes, because they're not scared to take the book, whatever it is, the lip balm. What Andrew's doing, having that sealed thing with the lip balms, and we know the lip balms are sealed too. I just ordered some of the cellophane things at Close because, again, I'm trying some different things to interact with people, to have something for them. So Laura, considering where you've been and the fact that the strides that you've made just in this year, what you've done amidst all your busyness has definitely profited you to help you hit some goals that you wanted to hit. So that's a good thing too. Is there anything that you would like to share that maybe could help somebody else?
I'm just really doing the same old, same old.
Right. Consistency, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I shared.
I just don't have a lot of time since I work full time. So
Right.
like on Saturday morning, I'm like designing all these things to put on Facebook and, to try to get some
Right.
attention, like on my story and in my private
Right.
group. And, but if I didn't work full time,
Right.
I'd be sitting where you are.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. And look, and the other thing too is you may not think you're doing enough. You may want to do more, but in case, and until you can, the most important thing is to keep it consistent. If I were to tell you, and you all know me, I'm very real with you, I'm very authentic, and I definitely call out my freaking bad stuff more than anybody else probably. But when all of this started with me and my health, when I went into freeze mode about everything for a while. I mean, I wasn't, I've told you guys about my shuffle card and how I send that out to my customers to remind them it's time to place an order. There were things that like I had that I did all the time. And for quite a few weeks, luckily for me, I've been in this business so long, and people kind of buy with me automatically. But some people need my reminders or they won't. That book will sit. And when I did that, it's not that my sales were bad, but they were not where they needed to be. Some of you would look at my sales and go, I wish I had those sales every campaign. But the truth of the matter is, had I stayed consistent during that time that I was not consistent, I would have seen sales of probably another 200 or 300 a campaign. It's going to happen. I'm here to tell you, because I've been through it a few times, things like that happen. And once you get up underneath yourself again and you get back on track, or you find a little bit more time, or you happen to be off, whatever that is, when you can put it in, it will come back. It will come back. It's why I look at Alex now. And Alex, we know that COVID is a challenge where you're at. We get that. But if you keep the consistency up, there are going to be some people that is, you may have 4 people who are like, I want to take anything from you. I want lip balm. I want this. I want that. I want it. But you're going to find one person who, don't be so frustrated because they don't want it, that you don't offer it to that next one, because that next one may be the one to go, wow, look, she's got it wrapped. She's got, she's making this safe for me. This is great. I'm going to take it. And so for me, getting back on my game has been huge, because when you're not on your game, it's going to leave you with no success. It's going to leave you, unless you've been in the company as long as I have, and you have 300 or 400 customers, and you can get 20 or 30 orders without a sneeze. It is I got to tell you, almost 18 years in this company now, but for the first 7 to 10 years, I consistently stayed on my game, minus a few things that happened where I had to back down for this or that, whatever was going on, because I knew, well, for me, if I didn't, then I wasn't going to have the money coming in. So that was not going to be good for me. So my whole deal with you is to say that even when you're not getting what you want to come in, the consistency, when the business turns around again and people are paying more attention and they're not getting in the last minute vacations, and they've already got the kids back in school, whatever that looks like. And that can be at home. That can be, I got to tell you, for everybody who thought that, I thought, I still have all these masks. You remember when they went on sale and Avon was offering them, and I'm sure LG was thinking this is coming to a close, so let's go ahead and get these out. Well, I bought a bunch of them and I still have them. And now I'm like, now I'm putting it out there because, like, North Carolina, they're not happy, but they're thinking now that their kids may have to have these, and be able to give them these packets of these kids masks that they can use them for a little bit. We especially because we have a company who's giving us product that will help us and help people during this pandemic. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that we may say more of that? Look, if something were to happen and they were going to try to shut things down again, I have no doubt now that Avon would up their game, that LG will up their game to help our customers, which in turn helps us, because nobody cares about wearing that foundation if they got to stay home, not wanting to beat their kids, okay, because they trying to take care of them, not wanting to school. So I get it. So I don't worry about that now, because we know their direction. We know where they're going. Here's the deal. You want to keep the relationships going. You want to keep the connections going. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard with everything. I do get that. But we have to let people know we're still there. We have to check on them. How are you doing? And sometimes you're going to hear stuff that you don't agree with. There are many of us on here, we don't think the same, whether it's about politics, whether it's about the vaccine, whether it's about whatever is going on. But really all people want to hear about, they don't want to hear where you stand. They want to know you care. That's what look, if somebody's sick, it could be somebody that was vaccinated. It could be somebody who's too young to get vaccinated. It could be somebody who even knows what happened. They want to know you care. And what keeps those people connected to you is you caring that you want to make sure that they're okay. And when we have a product that we can offer them to help them be okay, that's a win-win for everybody all the way around. Let me look here at some of these, some of the comments here. Bear with me, guys. I'm dealing with a new computer here, so I'm not sitting at my desk because I can't sit there right now. Who doing? You guys have been talking. I love y'all. Y'all give me stuff to talk about. Janae says COVID put some things on pause this campaign, but online sales are still there. Janae, we get that, girl. Let's take care of you and your family first. Don't you worry about that. But I bet you're really thankful for those online orders. Laura says, yeah, of course, that she still wishes she had time. We talked about that. Jennifer, don't even get me started on COVID. Struggling with social. Now, do any of you advertise on Google? Do you have a Google business page? Have you done all of that? I have one of those too. I will tell you, for me, that's hot and cold.
I
Okay.
just
Oh.
made my Google business page and I'm still waiting on the postcard so that I can.
Took me a while to get mine in too, but they'll get it to you. They'll get it to you, but it took me a
Okay,
while. But
okay.
that's good. Stay on it, Adriana. I can remember thinking, come on, it's just a postcard. Send it to me. But it took longer than they said it would take. Anybody else got a Google page? Or that's another place it could be coming. Denise, think about it. Google, it could be coming there. They could, for some reason, yours pops up. And it could be that they like your page or like the product that you had up there. Who knows what that looks like? I definitely have a Google page, and only in the last 3 or 4 months have I really been like, I have a day now where I say every Tuesday, because it's normally closeout Tuesday or whatever for us, every Tuesday I go on and I add more pictures, all the pictures that, everybody is sharing out there, which is great. It's been all Skin So Soft this past campaign. Sharing facts on that, making sure I put all that stuff in the group too for you guys. Been taking that and then taking product, actually putting the product on there, putting the link just for that product, not my site, but the link for that product on my site, so that if they wanted that Skin So Soft, if they wanted that bug guard, all they have to do is click on that link. And I can put the price on there. I can put everything on there. And you don't have to do the paid advertising. Now, I advertise for new representatives, but I'm not going to lie. It's not cheap for starters when you're paying for advertising, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. And when it works, it normally works real well. I can tell you that. But like right now, it's been like, I look at my bill when it comes in and I'm going, okay, let me see how many, what, but yet I also, even though it's like, it's a paid ad for bringing reps in and it says it's for free, I get more customers from that because people go, oh, Avon, well, if she wants Avon reps, she does Avon, so I'm going to buy from her. So I'm pretty sure that's where some of them are coming from too, which is a good thing. So Google is a good thing. Andrew says he's struggling with social media, but doing better in person. But Andrew, no offense, dude, you are such a people person. I get the whole struggling on social media, but you are so good with people. You are so good in person. You have such easy conversations with people. That doesn't surprise me at all about you, my friend, because you are such a people person. And what you've done, Andrew, is you have found a strong point. And let me tell you what some people think. And there's a lot of experts out there that will say this. And I'm not an expert. I'm just like you. People will go, just keep working on that thing that you're not real good at. And you just keep working and eventually you'll be that good. What I say is this: work your strong point. If you know what you're strong in, work your strong point. And what happens is you become so good at what you're strong with, whether it's talking to people or maybe like me, I'm a talker. I love social media. So I do a lot of social media stuff. I share a lot. It's my strong point. So what happened is when I was not so good with just talking to people about what I do, because I got good at social media, it makes me feel better. It's like your strong leg will rise, will make your weak leg rise. Before you know it, you're actually getting a little bit better at what you think you're weak at, because you're talking about and you're working your strongest points. If you are better at calling people or texting, if texting is your thing and you're really great at that, keep doing it because you work the strong point. And that one that you're not so good, look, when you start feeling confident about what you're doing and you get that next customer, or you talk to somebody the way that you do about this product that's great, suddenly you figure out, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit good about myself. And then follow people who you feel are good at what you want to be good at. I love the fact that I have joined some of these groups, which is where I get a lot of the pictures and all that I share with you all in Team Onward to use, because I go to these groups and these people share all their artwork and they're so good. And I mean, and they're like this. Like they just belt them out like people who can have babies easy, where I would be in labor for 36 hours, they would spit them out in 2 hours. Okay, I'm so jealous. they put out social media posts like that. And I am like, if I have the picture, oh, I can rock it if I had a picture. Okay. So I let them do that work. And then I'm taking that picture and saying, how can I make this work for me on Instagram? Alex is great at that. Alex, I don't know if you do all your artwork, but I've even taken a couple when she don't put her address on it, she puts her e-store address on it. Like, I'm like, I can't use that one, Alex. It's so good. What are you doing? But I can't use it then. But when she forgets to put her e-store on her Instagram post, I'm like, oh, I'm taking a screenshot of that one. That one's good. I'm going to use that. It's great. Laura did one. And I was like, my girls are rocking it. I ain't got to go Canva nothing. Because look at my girls. All I got to do now is go talk about it. That's where our Avon world is great. Alex, go ahead.
Do you have Canva?
I have Canva. I love it.
I think there's a way that you can, like if I were to create something, I know I put my store address, but I think there's a
Right.
way of creating like a team that everyone can use it. And so if you want, I can look into that and
Hey, look into
figure out
it.
how to send it to
Yeah,
you
look
and you
into
can
it and
use
let
it.
us know. Because that's, I'm just like, I'm like, Dad, going she done put it on there again. Look what she doing to me. Oh my goodness. So when we see these things, it's like, if you guys, so many of you follow me, if you see something, whether it's my story or it's on Facebook or Instagram, screenshot that bad boy, because unlike Alex, I will put it way up here above and not put it right on the picture so I can't use it. Unlike Alex, thank you. But you can take those and you can use those. Don't look, when I know that I have to sit on Canva, and if I did it more, I would be better at it. Like I do stuff for Canva for the team and I'm okay with that. But I love taking people's strong points and figuring out how I can make it work for me. That should be something that Laura does, because Laura doesn't have a lot of time. So here she is on Saturdays trying to take all of what she wants to do and get it into so many hours. And there's never enough hours in a day. Tell you the other thing I'll do too. I don't endorse a lot of groups, but there are some groups that I endorse specifically for these reasons that these people share. And what I will do is I will put the groups, I'll make a post, and then in the comments, I will put each group that has these, and they make them generic. They do this beautiful job because they're so gifted at this stuff. And then you can go there. That's where y'all think I'm good. See, I'm telling on myself when I be putting stuff in Team Onward, y'all are like, Molly's so awesome. Look, she gonna make all this stuff and then she gonna share it with us. And really what's happening is Molly went to the groups, found some really great ones for the team, and I share it with you. That's what I did. All I had to do was share it. So, because I may miss something, or it may be something that if I'm not real sure about that, it's not my taste, it's not something I want to do, I might not get it and share it with you guys. But this is the way to do it, because we're not all friends with the same people. So you can take it, you can put these in your group, you can use them on Nextdoor, you can use them on Google, you can send them as a picture in a text. Oh, are you looking for something for your eyes? I saw that you were on Facebook the other day and you said something about that you had circles under your eyes. Here's a picture, this product right here, this is great for this. I have a few people that I know who use it and they say this is great. That's why I always keep stuff like that. So think about that, because this is why everybody should be a part of Team Onward. If you are not on Facebook and you are not on our team page, these are the things that you're missing out on. Not to mention the support that you'll get, questions that you want to ask, and all the people who are here and many more who couldn't be on tonight are on there saying, hey, let me help you. But I'm making a note right now because I will forget. Groups, let me put this down here. Groups for advertising, share, and Onward. Okay, I will do that in the next 24 hours. Okay, hold on 1 second. Google business page. Andrew said the bags were cheap on Wish. I have a page VIP group, but not sure how to differentiate posts in both. Well, remember this. I can tell you, Alex, that if you think about it this way, what you want to do is get people from your business page into your VIP. That's what you want to do. So everything should be shared on VIP on your page, except if you're offering special deals. For instance, with my group, when I get those wow deals, we've talked about this, or you may have seen it on a replay. When I get those and I want to offer those things separately, I can do that. And I can say, like, I got 3 of those deals. So my deal is I make it an urgency. I have 3 of the Jojaba creams here. The price for these are this. The shipping for your part of the shipping will be this. First 3 people who want this. And of course, they're dealing with me with Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. My VIP group, it's more about that. Yes, I put things like, you go look at the brochure, specials, but I try to move products or get people engaged to place a $60 order, and these 4 products, somebody's going to win. So I know I put it on my books. It's on my books with campaign mailer, but still all those people, you know, some of them say, Molly, I don't want the books. I just go to your site, which is great. That saves me money. But I want to encourage them in that group or on the page to say, hey, you know, you want to be a part of the group. You're going to see deals that you normally don't see in these groups. A lot of times I'll do that. Anybody who places an order of $40 or more, I change it. Place your order, and as soon as I know within the next 2 weeks, you're going to get a 5-pack of the lip balm, or it can be a deodorant and a lip balm. Think about this. Buy one, get one free for deodorants. And of course, when I do that, I always get things like Cool Confident, the sports one. I don't get the perfume ones. I always get the ones that I feel like generically anybody could use. But I will take those and say 5 lip balms and a deodorant. And I make it for what I can do. I do 5 people. You could do 1 person. Because you're saying you're all going to be in a drawing here. Then I'll do the drawing live in my group. Okay, these people. Laura, go ahead.
So you can say if you spend $40, you have a chance to win this on your business page, but you can't go in and put, I have Skin So Soft for $8 a bottle.
No. You can't do, you can put that on your business page to say, if you have an order, yes, that you will be entered for this, for me. You can do that, but you cannot go on a business page and outright sell something. You just can't do that. And
Have
that's
you-
with, is that what you mean?
I have noticed on my business page at the top, it says something to the effect of, let Facebook show you how to sell on your business page. So are they talking about actually selling?
Well, that is great for anybody who's like, let's say that you and I were in business and we were selling beach towels, you and me. Okay. It's our business. It's just our business. We could go on there and we could do anything we wanted to do. In direct sales, you are not allowed to do that, especially if you're part of the DSA. In the privacy of a group, you can, because we're a President's Club, Laura. Okay. So we can get on there and we can give breaks to customers or potential customers that, that Alex, who is Premier, so she's making 30, not 40%. She could not do it without a loss. We could do it. And again, that is a perk of being President's Club. We get that. But Avon nor any other direct sales company wants you, unless it's directly a price from the brochure, something like that. They do not want somebody going in so that it appears that in the public world, an Avon rep is undercutting another Avon rep. That's why, because, and I don't think so much for the people who, I don't want to say lazy, because that's the wrong word, but there are people who've been in this business forever and they're still not Premier and they're still not President's Club. And I don't know why, because they could be if they wanted to be, but more so for Susie, who just joined 2 months ago. She's not there. She's just a contender. She's 25%.
So I can take a snapshot of a page in the brochure with the price and I can put that on the business page.
You could do that, but they don't take a snapshot of the brochure. Take the picture from your e-store. You know what I mean? I don't know if you realize there's a difference. Avon does not want pictures of a brochure. That is one of the things with advertising. I know it all says the same thing, but it also does you a better service on a business page to put your direct e-store link to that product that you are putting out there that's in your e-store, the way it presents there, instead of just flim-flamming a picture from the, rather that's from the Good Buys, no matter what it is. You can do that as long as you're selling at the Avon price. Yes, you can do that. You absolutely, but you cannot say, the only thing you could say with pure recognition is that if you place an order of $60 or more on my e-store, you're going to get free shipping. Or if you happen to pick a promo or you use the promo tool, you can do that. You can put that on there. It's just not, I have 15 Skin So Soft bug sprays here. And technically, if I wanted to, just to get them out of my house, I could charge $7.49 for all of them and get them out of my house a piece, right? But one of you guys who are my team members, if I did that, people are not going to buy for you for loyalty. They want to save money. They're going to, if they find out I'm doing that, they're going to buy from me.
I had that conversation this week at the mall with someone.
Yeah.
She says a lot of people, will buy from, reps at flea markets or people who are not even reps actually, because it's cheaper. And I had to remind her, it's like, well, do you not even know how old that product is? You have to remind them, you don't know how old that product is. They're not they may not be reputable. The monitors are not even representatives.
I'm running
I have a
into
farmer's
that right
market
now.
across the street from me that used to belong to a representative who was a very good friend of mine, our top sales representative in our district, passed away a couple of years ago, Sally. The family sold the business and now they're selling exclusively Avon products, but they're not Avon and using her
Right.
name and the store title.
Right.
I could
Right.
probably report to Avon if I wanted to, but I figure that's not how I want to run my business.
No,
I'd
and
rather
you
hold
will
my head high and hold higher ethics.
and the thing is, always make sure, oh, well, if you can't get it, here's my business card, because I want you to know, I'm right here if you need me. Look, I do that all the time with people who leave me because Aunt Joe just decided to sell Avon. We all know she's done it 3 times. She ain't gonna stay, but they feel like they have to support her. And I'm like, I get it. Go support her. If she stops, I want you to know I'm still here. Keep my card here. I'm going to quit sending you brochures now. But the point is, if you need me, you let me know. We'll start back up. I just realized there was a flea market here, Andrew. I feel your pain. Somebody who is in my group on Nextdoor. So here I am. I've only done this recently. So I only have like 9 or 12 people, something like that in this group, and they choose to be in there. Somebody out in the Nextdoor app who gets brochures from me now somebody said, oh, I need some Skin So Soft. Does anybody know an Avon rep? So the lady tagged me in it and then private messaged me and said, Molly, here's this lady, here's a screenshot. But when I got back to her, that was all great. But in the meantime, I'm looking at the comments and one guy's like, oh yeah, you just go down behind Route 64 there because there's a flea market. There's a lady, you take the second left when you go into the flea market and she's way back in the back. She's been there for 20 years. And I'm thinking, what? Well, I reached out to the lady then because I had the bonus size of them and said, hey, ma'am, I just want you to know I'm right here local. If you'd like it, I can meet you wherever you want to. I also, if you go with me, I got a couple of free things that I'd love to give you to try. Now, the lady went with me, right? Because if she wanted it, she'd have to go to the flea market. In this case, she wanted it quickly and wanted me to meet her. It was great. I made every opportunity to make it convenient. And then before she left, she says, can you give me brochures every campaign? So and I'm sure, yeah, I can do that. That's not a problem. Flea markets can for the person going in just on a weekend who's setting up and they're there like for an event. We used to do that kind of stuff all the time at fairs. I mean, when I lived in Maryland, we did the Charles County, we did the Calvert County. and we did the St. Mary's. We did it. They were like 4 or 5 days. It killed us, but we did it. It was hot. It was always in the summer. And we sold a lot of products. We had a wheel to spin, and we did it for customers and recruits. That's why we did it. But these people who, are trying to they're in the flea market. You don't know. I mean, look at the bottom of some of those cans that have SPF. I guarantee you some of them probably say 2002. You don't know. And people don't know to look. They just see that it says Skin So Soft. I'm not going to tell you to dwell on it. Like Andrew said, he says, I just had to move on. I just had to say, this isn't, what difference does it make? I could report her. Don't. It could be somebody who really needs that income. But if they're not Avon reps, eventually they're going to run out of the product they have. But the thing is to plant the seed of a connection. That's the most important thing to do. Okay. So I hope that helps. Laura, did you understand what we were saying there about the differences? I don't like it, Laura. I wish we could just do what we wanted to do, but I do understand because now I have a team and you're all at different levels. So when I think about that,
I've just never had any luck on the business page.
Business
I will
page.
tell you, can I just say
Yeah, go
something
ahead,
really
Janae.
quick? From personal
Yep.
experience, I've learned with the business pages, it's the same concept as when you're handing out brochures or when you are planting a seed at a business. It's simply just planting seeds, and you're not necessarily expecting a huge amount of like results from it, but the more you plant those seeds, the more people are watching. Even though they don't say anything right now, 6 months from now they may be looking for a rep, and your information, because you were so consistent with posting things, it's what's going to stand out to them to want to reach out to you later. So I would say, like, don't get discouraged in any moment whenever you're not getting a whole lot of views or a lot of post reach, because let's face it, the algorithm sucks nowadays. But that doesn't mean that you don't still keep planting those seeds. It doesn't mean that you don't still keep making those posts, because you never know who's watching.
And the main seed, I think, to post on a business page, to be quite honest, is you want them to see the post that says, join my VIP group for special deals and savings and giveaways, all those things you can do in a group. And then take your business page and share that on your page, that post, share it on there. I use that to get people, because I feel like in my VIP group, I got carte blanche. I can do whatever I want to do in there. But the point is, your people aren't going to see my post, right? So they're not really going to, unless they're following it, they're not going to see my business page. But your business page, if you just have one person who likes it, you have a better chance of that showing up by random on somebody else's. And if I want something to show up by random, I want it to be join my VIP, where I have a selection of products. I have a great picture of whatever. We do giveaways. We do this. I do that. You want to be there, and always add, because it's social media, no Avon reps allowed. That's what you got to put on there, because otherwise they want to come in and they want to know what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with that if you want to let them in. But girlfriend, we share a whole lot as a team with a lot of people. We share what we do. But what you do in the privacy of keeping your customers happy, that's all about you and your customer. Is not about everybody else. So you keep that stuff private. I have people every single day. I just want to see what you do. Keep me in there for a week, and then you can take me out. And I'm like, nope, sorry. Just like the team page. People all the time trying to get into our group, our team. Nope. I'm thinking there's not, I mean, I share our team stuff with y'all, but I still put everything in Onward no matter what as far as share. I'm like, no, you ain't getting in my team group. That's where they can talk smack with me. No, you're not getting in there. No, we ain't doing it. So make it work for you, Laura, which may mean also all of these things, especially for somebody as busy as you. Make what we have to offer work for you. Work smarter. You're trying to use your Saturdays to try to get all of this stuff done. Your stuff is beautiful, but do half of your stuff half the time, but take what somebody else is doing and is willingly sharing with people and make that work for you so that you have more time to do some things even if it's with the business that you just couldn't find time for because you had to make these things that you needed to make. So that would be my suggestion for your situation, is to say, what can you take or what can you do differently that will give you more time to do some other things in your business? It may give you just a little bit more time yourself too, but move people to your VIP. That it's like Janae says, she's exactly right. It's no different than a book toss. That's a great analogy. We can toss and toss and toss and toss and toss. Sometimes you can toss and you can get 7 customers. Sometimes I toss and I get nothing. But then 3 months later, somebody will call me on that campaign 7 brochure and we're in campaign 20, and suddenly they just found the book underneath some newspapers or the kid's bedroom or wherever it is. And hey, that's why I tell people, if you toss, if you leave books anywhere, never put a date on it. They don't know what campaigns are. If they haven't sold before, they don't even understand the campaign thing until you ask them. Never put a date on anything you're leaving somewhere. It's the worst mistake, because they look at the date and they go, no, I'm not going to call her because this says it's expired and this says it's from February, and no, I'm not going to do it. Nope, don't do that. They're just going to, most people think that Avon, if they're not familiar, and this is the rep's fault too, a lot of them think that they don't even know there's 26 books a campaign, because some people only give them books like 4 times a year. Some people only give them books every other campaign. So when they see a brochure, they're just thinking that's the brochure. So don't put a date on anything. Andrew says, handing out a lip balm or sample helps to break the ice. Absolutely. And like he says, Avon Appreciation Day, every time I go in someplace, look, even in doctor's offices, I know they're all trying to be very careful right now, and I respect that. All they can say is no, thank you. All they can say is, I'm sorry, we can't accept that. You should be offering every single time you go somewhere, from a bank to a McDonald's, to a doctor's office, a dentist office, and say, I appreciate y'all so much. And today is Avon Appreciation Day. I would love to leave these packaged lip balms with you, or these packaged brochures and samples. And if they say, oh no, we can't accept them, no is not going to kill you. But if you don't ask, you will never know. KNOW instead of NO. Okay. So I know we're dealing with COVID and all of this, but don't let this stop you from sharing what we do. It is so important that, a lot of times they're like, somebody acting normal. We're living in such an abnormal world. I am loving a little bit of normal. Somebody is offering me something. Grocery stores, I'm always handing them to my girl who's checking me out. The ones who are standing there waiting at self-checkout, making sure nobody steal anything and all, I'm always going up saying, we appreciate you standing up here to help us with the price checks. Here's some free lip balms for you. Give them to your people if you want to. Here's some brochures. Here's some samples. Man, we appreciate what you do. When you show appreciation, but you follow it up with a gift of something, somebody's going to say yes eventually. Okay. That's why I offer you guys all these books that, although we see them as expired, those are the books that you use for those things. You can use your good books too, but when you're going to take 3 or 4 brochures and give them to the people at the grocery store, or give them to Walmart, whoever you're giving them to, give them brochures that it's like, let them throw them away. Don't you throw them away. Let them throw it away. So it's what I've done, and it's really helped my business. Wearing your Avon shirt, visor, doctor's appointment within the health network I worked for, and I am banned from talking about Avon because I work for the network. She asked me about Avon and gave you an order. Yeah, great job. No kidding. Let's see here. Did not sell many adult masks. I didn't sell the like reusable ones, but I did sell a lot of the throwaway ones, the packages of 50 and the packages of 100. When we had those, my niece was buying those because they had to wear, and she just didn't want to wear the same. She wouldn't throw them away when she got done. So there are some people who do, but I didn't sell a lot of the other ones for sure, especially since kids can't be vaccinated. Yep. Okay, hold on here. Saying I need to purchase. So What is that, Andrew? I got a bill from the city saying I need to purchase a worker's
Oh,
rights.
it was something funny because this is my first year living in the city that we filed our taxes. They sent me
Okay.
a bill saying I need to purchase a poster about workers' rights because I'm a business owner. So they're trying to sell me this poster that.
Oh my gosh.
But what's
That's
funny
crazy.
is they didn't send me one for Instacart or Shipped, and then we're both in Pennsylvania. They're all considered the same 1099 businesses. So
Yep.
they're treating my Avon businesses differently than the Instacart. It's like, so like it's funny if they ever actually give me a phone number that I can call them about it. And
There you go.
I'm gonna argue with them. It's like, look, I mean, you didn't send it for it's an independent contractor. You didn't send it for me for Instacart. You know, they're the same thing.
Yeah. And Andrew, you were
Money.
asking on here, you said Lisa Wilbur doesn't do discounts. No, she doesn't, but she gives a lot of free crap away. There's no difference. It's just how you view it. There's no difference. In other words, Lisa, again, she's got deeper pockets than all of us. Okay. It's that she's been doing this business, what, 30, almost 40 years, right? So she got deeper pockets than all of us. But the point is, Lisa, she's got her people trained who pack her orders and everything else for her when they come in. She is always giving a free full-size product to people because she wants them to try it and then love it. And then she knows they're going to come. We in the real world get samples. Okay. We do that. Now, every now and then when they give me something free, I'm like, I don't use this. I'm going to give this. I understand what she's saying because like the buy one, get one free for deodorants when I order them. I'm going to do that. Absolutely. I'm going to do that. But you have to stay in your lane. So discounts, no, she doesn't offer discounts, but she gives a lot of product away. So it's the same call on that. Okay, let's see here real quick. Denise says, I just joined Alignable. It's a newer thing like next door that doesn't cost anything. Okay, Denise, I hadn't heard about that. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, Alignable, everybody. Everybody be Googling that. See what that is. We all going to be Googling it. It's free. Janae says, I love taking pre-orders for custom pampering shops. Janae is the queen of this pre-ordering the custom pampering shops. She will take things. Now look what she says that she does. A sheet mask, a hand mask. You realize these aren't real expensive things. A hand cream, a hand gel, lip balm, bar soap, and skincare samples. Products aren't ordered until payments are received up front. And she will actually offer this. And again, this is where as your VIP group grows, or you're putting it out there in private message, or you're texting, what do you need? And Janae will put a dollar amount on that. And then she'll say, if you want these, I'm going to need your money by this time, right? These people pay up front, Cash App, Cash, Venmo, whatever it is that they're willing to pay. Then she puts it in with her order, puts them together, and gets them to the people. This is not just a shop and drop, guys. This is not just let them look at the book and then let them buy everything separately. When you do what she's doing and you're taking these little items and you're offering them as a package, then what happens is they figure out which of those items they like the most. And next time they order, they may want 5 of those masks instead of just the one.
You know, honestly, where I got the idea from?
Where? Not me.
All the wow deals that Avon keeps putting together, even though it's our cost is $30 and our customers' cost is $50. I'm like, why can't there be a less expensive option for those who can't afford it, but where they still get a great deal of products that they can pamper themselves at home without breaking the bank?
Right. It's very, very true. You know, I think about that, you know, even me, look, I'm an Avon rep, but you know, Avon will send us the stuff here, whether it's in my meeting in a box or something that we've won or whatever it may be. And I'll take those masks and stuff and they're upstairs. They're in my bathroom, sitting where my skincare is. And it's not an everyday thing for me with that. But what's really cool is that it'll be a Friday night and I'll be done with my call and I will have taken my makeup off. And I'm like, you know what? Lee and I are just sitting here watching TV. I'm going to put one of those masks on. And I realize how much I really like them. And I'm like, man, I should be doing this more often. But there are people who go that step above. And if it's there, they're going to. Jennifer, you said something about trying to decide if I want to spend $85 for a one-day event to set up a table. Jen, I would research that. $85 is a lot for a day event. I'm just gonna say that. It's a lot for for a day event. And unless you know and you have proof that something is really, really profitable, like 10,000 people are going to come through there. I would be looking for some stats. I mean, back in the day, I used to be able to get a table somewhere for $10 or $15, and that was like for something a church was having or a vendor event or something like that. But 50, that can be pretty doable according to who's doing it, between $25 and $50. But I would have to know if there is a big income of people coming in there. So I hope that helps you. And the other
Molly,
thing
I
is
think
too,
she said that there would be between 12 to 14,000 people.
that's a lot of people. That
I
could
was
be
like,
worth
do
it.
it.
that could be worth it. I'm not going to lie. The other thing is sometimes weather, if it's not inside, weather can be a factor. You have to weigh all your options. Look, I lived for events in the very beginning of my business. And when I say events, I wasn't doing the state or the county fairs then, because I couldn't afford them then. But I was doing things whenever there was like a community yard sale. I could get a table for $10. I got a table. I took all my bug garden, my skin so soft. I had brochures, I had samples, and I had a little basket of stuff I had put together with my little questionnaire thing that got me their name, their email, and their phone number and their address with simple questions like, do you have an Avon representative? If not, would you like to start receiving brochures? Are you interested in earning some extra money? They had simple questions on them, and all they had to do to be entered for that basket was to fill that questionnaire out completely and drop it in the bag, fill it out completely. Had to be 18 years or older, because I was doing it. I was looking for customers and I was looking for recruits, and you don't have to be there to win it, right? Because if it's a community yard sale or something, the great thing is it's going to be local. So that's good. Those things, church vendor events, firehouse vendor events, all these things are coming back. Anybody, and you can find them online, who's having these events, how many people are going to be there. Sometimes it is a wash. The great thing is it is a write-off. It is a tax write-off, which is great. So you definitely keep all of that. But here's the deal. It pushes you. If you know it's $85 for that table, you know that you have to make $85 to get your money back. And for me, I say, I just want to do double. If I can sell $170 worth of products, I have paid for my time, and I have paid for the table. When I first started, it was like, I just got to make $25, pay for the table. Then I'm good. Pay for the things in the basket. It was just a little basket. Then it didn't do a big basket. Then I couldn't afford a big basket then. But the point is, I did that, and I did that every single Saturday for the first probably 3 or 4 years of my business, because I never left an event without 1 to 5 new customers. Didn't always get recruits, but 1 to 5 customers, people calling me, taking the brochures. And again, this is where older brochures, when I offer them, a lot of you don't say that you want them. I am judging you. I am judging you. Do you hear me? I am judging you. I really am. I don't know why you don't want them, because these are the things that you use these things for. And Denise never says no. She is an open, give them to me, baby. Give me all of them. Molly, if somebody didn't ask for them, just send me their package too. I'm good. Give me all of that stuff.
Denise in it.
Yes, that's what I call it. I call that Denise in it. She is going to take what I am willing to give her. Not just for events. Think about this. Even in your everyday travels, working your business around your life. Have these brochures ready. All you can do is put a label on them or stamp them, whatever you do. Stamp them, put a label on them with your information on it. Be ready to give it to somebody. Throw a couple of samples in there, at least throw one in there, and talk to somebody. Hey, I'm a local Avon representative. Have you seen a new brochure lately? Oh no, I'm not interested. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. Have a great day. Move on to the next person. Stop letting it offend you. People are too easily offended these days. Quit it. Just love you some people. Love on some people, love them hard, no matter who they are, put a smile on your face and offer them something, a little bit of normalcy, and they will love you for that. Let me see here. Let me look and see what else we got. Okay, we talked about the reps. I mean, you guys are so talkative tonight. I love this. This is great. Look at you putting all this stuff in here.
Sorry,
I
I
love
had
it.
a 5-hour energy today.
Hey, that's okay, Andrew. I love it, man. People are taking the ideas. It's good. Okay, this is good. So, in a nutshell, we have tomorrow, campaign 17 closes out at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you haven't ordered your brochures, if you haven't ordered some samples, if you haven't placed your order, if you haven't figured out what you're going, I mean, my whole deal is every campaign, you should have something every campaign that you're giving away. You should. I don't care what anybody said. Don't pick the expensive cats with the bubble bath. They heavy. They cost you a lot of postage. Be smart. Your upline is telling you, be smart. Don't pick stuff that's going to cost you a lot. But I got to tell you something, that CBD oil that they were putting those wow deals, they're not real heavy. And when you start talking about what this oil is good for, and you put that in your group, and in the next 2 weeks, anybody who places this is going to get the Veilment balm that you can put on your elbows or whatever, and they're going to get this oil. And then you tell them what the retail, don't put the sale, the retail value of those products are, and they know all they got to do is place an order with you. I mean, come on. If you want your VIP to become, and then here's another one. How about this? If you get somebody to join my VIP group and they place an order with me, I'm not only going to reward that person, I'm going to reward you with something. Doesn't matter what it is. Get the $2.75 facial mask that they're going to love, and then they're going to want to buy more. You can slip those in an envelope. It ain't going to cost you much. You know what I'm saying? Don't think big and ginormous. You need to think about doing it more consistently. And you can do that on your Facebook pages too. But the point is, my whole deal is getting people into my group. Have your people help you. Have something that says, if you get one person, you all see what I do with you. You have one order to do this, you're going to get this. If you beat your thing, you're going to get another entry. If you have 3 people, you're going to get an entry for every person who joins the group. If one of them places an order, then you're going to get 5 more entries. Make it something crazy. Who cares? Write their name 5 times, stick it in the bag. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Give them another chance to get it. These are things that people will work for you, but you've made it fun. By this date, if you can get somebody to come in and join the group. But if your group is not active and you are not consistently giving them something to come in there and look at, and don't think that just because they're not commenting on it, that they're not seeing it. This takes consistency, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's a group, whether it's putting brochures out. Everything in this business is about consistency. And the moment that you've decided, I'm going to dabble in it for 2 days and I'm not going to do anything for 5 days, you are sinking your own ship. You are pounding holes in your own boat. That's what happens. So I want you to think about, what can you do to make yourself more consistent? And here's the kicker. What can you do so that you can be more consistent in the things you want to be consistent for? How can you make your life easier in the business? If this is too hard, I'm not saying it's never hard, but if this becomes too hard, that tells me that you're working your life around your business and not your business around your life. Because the busier I am, the more I'm trying to find ways to have my business ready to share no matter what I do. And yeah, I do have a schedule. I'm not going to lie. If certain days I do things, certain days for Instagram, certain days for groups, certain days for business. I give myself, I'm 5 brochures a campaign. I've got to hand to somebody out. I don't care if it's a grocery store. And if they say no, I don't count that until I put that brochure in somebody's hand. My job is not done, because if you are not meeting your personal goals that you have set up for yourself, or you don't have any personal goals, what in the world are you, do you even know what you're doing in this business then? You've got to know what you want to do. Okay. So I'm not getting on you, but I am getting on you, because if I don't tell you, nobody else is going to tell you. And the only experience I have is my own experience. And I do you no good if I don't tell you about my successes, but I do you no good if I don't tell you about my failures either. So you need to know it all, because somewhere in all this, somebody's resonating here and they're saying, Molly's right. It's not, I really wasn't consistent in campaigns. I wasn't really consistent in campaign 15 either. I mean, I know I was really busy, but in all honesty, did I really do some things that I could have done in the process? I guarantee you the answer is no. I guarantee you this. You know why? Because I've had to pick weeks, almost a month and a half, where I wasn't. I was so caught up in me and not having my head screwed on right that my business suffered for it. I said, I can't do that anymore. I've got to get back to it. This is too important to me. The team's too important to me. And if I can't lead by an example, how can I ask you to do it? It's just that simple. So this is all I have for you. I do have an over excess. We have the end of this campaign for the towel, the bag, which I sent out the emails and I put it in the group too, the towels, the email, and the shirt. Okay. So we have that. So many of you have gone ahead and you've replied to me with your totals. Thank you so much. That was the homework in order to get entered. Now, I believe I have, and this is my team only. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this is only for Team Onward, not Onward, no matter what, guys. Not making that much money yet. Give me time. But for my team, I believe I have brochures, full-size products, and at least 2 things of samples, and you'll get at least 10 brochures. And they're all going to be from all different campaigns. I don't know how far it's back, but I've got some build up right now. I'm going to try to put as many brochures in those bags that I send everything in as I can. I have got enough brochures to do 10 of these. To do 10, you will get 1 full-size product. You will get samples in there. If I have any of the sale flyers, I may throw a few of those in there, and you will have brochures that here, as we're heading towards 4th quarter and getting out of this summer slowness, that you can now start planting the seeds if this is what you want to do. What I'm asking you not to do not email me and tell me that you want books, a full-size product, and samples from me, and then they sit in your house and you do nothing with them. I can only trust you with that, but if you want them, then you're going to email me. You're going to email me at molly7720 at gmail.com. First come, first serve. When I run out, I quit mailing them. It costs me $8 a package to send these out to everybody. I would do it anyways. But for me to invest in you, do me a favor and invest in yourself and follow through and plant seeds for your business, and quit saying, this is not at you, Laura, because your numbers preach. So this is not for you. But there are many who are going to watch this, especially on the replay, and say, I'm too busy to do what she's talking about. You're not. You choose not to do it, because when you set yourself up to be ready to give things out, and you are there and they're in your purse, they're in your bag, they're sitting in the seat of your car, when you're going through drive-through windows, whatever it is, when you are there in the midst of it and you are ready, you know what really gets me? You didn't even have to pay for the brochures. You didn't have to pay for those samples. And you got a free product to make 100% on because I sent it to you. I'm willing to make that investment on you. I'm asking you to follow through. And that's just kind of the honor system, because I have no way of knowing. But let me tell you what does show me. What does show me is who places an order and who doesn't. What does show me, and I'm not putting a thing on here that you had to put in an order last campaign. I'm trying to help you get your business off the ground or to help you keep succeeding in your business. And if you have enough of all that stuff, that's okay. I'm not thinking bad of you if you don't ask for it, because if you got enough, take it and go with it. It's good. But in the end, my success has always come from my work. Marianne and Ray Penn did a lot for me in the beginning. When they had extra books, I had them. They showed me this business. They walked me through it. But in the end, if I didn't put the efforts in, if I didn't put the work in, if I could not figure out what was going to work for me and my business, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. That's for sure. It takes you doing what you need to do. If you need to make a group, a VIP group, make a VIP group. Come on, you can do it. Need a business page? Set up a business page. If you just want to talk about it on your main page, you can. You know what I'm saying? But these numbers are going to turn around. They're going to turn around. The orders are going to go back up. It always does. In 17 years, I have never had numbers not go up after summer. And I don't think it's going to matter that we're in the midst of COVID either, because some of our best numbers were right after the first summer of COVID, and people were buying like nobody's business, because God only knows, man, they had to get their stuff somewhere. Okay. Rep Fest, we got Rep Fest coming. We're going to talk more about that because my meeting in the box will be in here by then. So we're going to talk more about that. They're going to be bringing a new website in for us. Don't ask me if I've seen it, because I haven't. I'm a little excited about it. They're going to make it easier for customers and easier for us. Okay. I know that they're asking for us to do the email address things again, and they are, but that's because a lot of leaders have got people on their team who are not every campaign orderers. And when they're shipping emails to them, these are getting bounced back. It's actually more for like in-person people, for customers, and then people who have teams, because we want to make sure you're getting everything that you need. So if you have customers and the emails are coming back to you when you're sending stuff, make sure you get the right emails. Okay. You'll still be able to do invoices. My understanding is you'll still be able to do whatever you do for, and there's so many different ways to do it now. Who cares if you can't do it through the Avon system? You can do it through Venmo. You can do it through Cash App. You can do whatever it is that you want to do for this. But a lot of stuff coming. They've started the new thing with Feed the Children. This is a new charity that is coming up, that for every product they sell, they are donating a food product to this organization. Not every product, every product we sell, they are donating an item to them. That's amazing, right?
So what if you sell 100 lip balms?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody gonna get 100 loaves of bread or something, you know it's gonna be good. So I love this organization. A lot of people out there need help. Okay. So make sure, hey buddy, how are you? Look at you growing up. So make sure
he's trying to walk.
Make sure that that you are looking at, if you don't get it by mail, the Beauty Buzz, make sure that you are looking at it on the site. Normally there's not a lot on there. There was a lot on there this time. So there's a lot that they're doing. We're going to hear a whole lot of convention. I cannot say it enough. Even if you don't get the swag bag, yesterday was the cutoff for, I believe, in person or whatever. I understand they've kept it open a little bit longer. Get in there, get the swag. The swag, you're gonna have over $200 worth of products that are coming to you. It's worth it to do the $69. You'll be able to go back, even if you can't be there in the midst of it, you can go back. There's going to be replays. So you're going to be able to have all of that. But the other thing is, make sure that you are going to be able to take that was in order to be for recognition or whatever. You can still sign up, but if you were supposed to be on recognition, it had to be in by yesterday, because they're trying to get all the lists and everything together. So be there. It's even virtually, it's still exciting, and you're going to be able to see firsthand what they're going to be doing for us. They're really keeping a lot under wraps. So So, I can't express, if you can't be there in person, I won't be there in person this year. Try to make sure that you were there virtually. Okay. And we'll be talking in the group. I'll be sharing in the group. I will get this out for those who have team members who haven't been on here. I'm going to get this out and make sure that the replay is hopefully up in the next 24 to 48 hours. Lee will keep you up to date on the numbers tomorrow about where we're at. And I will see you in 2 weeks, and our meeting in the box will be in here. We will talk about campaigns 19 and 20. We will talk about a lot of good stuff coming, a lot of good stuff coming. I love you guys. Email me if you want any of this stuff. I will give this till the end of the week to let people watch the replay. But you guys know that if 10 of you email me first, they're going to be gone. First come, first serve. Love you, Margarita. Take care. Love you guys. And we will talk. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. But in the meantime, be safe out there. Onward, no matter what, my friends. Love you. Bye-bye.